Good afternoon, Bulldog fans, and welcome to another edition of the Bulldog Chronicles. Today we're sitting with Bulldogs football quarterback, Mr. Jaymason Lee. How you doing, Mr. Lee?
Doing good.
All right, Mr. Lee, tell us about yourself. Tell us where you're from, what's your major, how did you get to Alabama A&M?
I'm from Hawaii, the island of Oahu, on the east side of the island, city of Kaneohe. I came here, transferred from a JUCO. They brought me on a visit over here. I liked the people, liked what Coach Jones was selling to me, so I bought into it, signed here, came here, and right now I'm in the general studies. I'd like to major in sports management by the time I leave here.
Okay. So sports management, and what exactly in sports management are you looking to do?
I want to be able to coach a football team one day when I get my degree and just be able to manage a football team.
Okay, you want to be a head coach, offense coordinator, obviously not a defense coordinator.
Yes, sir.
But you could be a defense coordinator.
I could be a defensive coordinator because I know the offense. I know it's hard to run against.
Yeah.
But I would like to be an offensive coordinator and run make my own offense so I could run it and be able to coach quarterbacks also.
Okay, so you're looking to revolutionize the game by creating a new offense, similar to what the Nevada head coach did with the pistol formation, in which he's currently consulting NFL teams for, basically.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so tell us about how exactly you got to fall in love with football.
Well, I grew up watching older people playing football, my relatives, and my dad just instilled in my head growing up, and I always told him I want to play football, and he's like, I want you to play football too. You better want to play football.
Okay.
So when I was 8 years old, played football. By my second year playing football, I told my dad I want to be a quarterback. And from then on, he just worked me out to be a quarterback, and I'm just blessed to be here now, to be a quarterback at one of the highest levels.
Your bio also says that you played baseball.
Yes, sir. I played baseball too. That was my first sport. I played when I was 4. My dad was my coach. I was too young to play, but he brought me in. Since he was a coach, I was able to play, and I love playing baseball too.
Okay. According to your bio, you was first in the state in touchdowns thrown, 29 in 2010. And your career high school total yards is 4,263 with 44 touchdowns. Pretty amazing high school career.
Well, I had a really good coaching staff, and everyone bought into the program. We passed almost every down, so you give my receivers time to run the ball, and my lineman gave me time to throw. Everything just worked out, and it was a good offense.
And throw that you can. A lot of Bulldog football players mention how strong your arm is. We've actually seen you throw 60 yards off your back foot. Tell us about that. How did you get your arm so strong to be able to throw the ball so far?
I just threw every day. My dad made sure I threw every day. I went to camps on Sundays with a coach named Vince Passes, and he got my form down to the point where I get my form correct now. I can work on throwing a little harder every day. And I just focus on the long ball. And from then on, it was just working my rotator cuff with just bands, not really lifting weights. And all I did was throw from there every day.
Okay. Well, in the first 2 contests versus Tuskegee and versus Grambling, you did not get a chance to play. But versus South Carolina State, you was able to come in for an injured Brandon Wells. You finished the game 14-34 with 1 interception, and you threw the ball 34 times in 3 quarters. That's a lot of times. That's a lot of times. And they were telling me that you didn't wait long. As soon as you got the ball, you was throwing the ball left and right. You kind of had South Carolina defense on its heels. You just was kind of missing. Was it because you were missing your reads, or what do you think the process was in that situation? Were you just nervous for the first Division I game, or tell us about that?
I wasn't nervous. I got in and we was trying to come back. We was losing, and when we passed the ball, I noticed I don't give a receivers a chance to catch the ball because I'm throwing it too hard. I need to give them a chance to catch up a ball, and that's what coach is instilling in me. I need to work on that. And there's times where they had a really great defense. Everybody's covered. I have to throw it away, or the rush would get in. And they just had a really good defense. There's times where we connected 40, 30 yards downfield. So it's just I need to work on getting the ball to them sooner and recognizing blitz.
Okay, this week we're going to play Prairie View A&M in Houston, Texas. We don't know if you'll be starting, if Brandon Wells is healthy enough to play. But if you would get that nod from Coach Jones and say, Jaymason, we need you to start this contest, what do you think that process would go in your head?
Well, I'm ready. Coach always said everybody better be ready. If your number might be called, you never know. So I've been ready. Coach been giving me good reps and good coaching to be prepared for this game. Okay. So I just need to go out there and execute if he calls my number.
Well, we know about the Jaymason Lee on the field. Tell us about the Jaymason Lee off the field. You're Hawaiian, so when you told me that you're Polynesian, and we noticed that you have tattoos all the way down to your wrist. Obviously, you told me they go to your chest. Can you tell us a little bit more about your tattoos, which are family traits?
Yes, I have tattoos on my arm. I have two faces on it that symbolize my parents. One is right here, you can see the eyes, and one is down here. That represents my two parents, and just a little short, brief description on them. I got triangles that will resemble shark teeth, and shark teeth is we see our ancestors, turning into sharks and watching over us, and that'll be for protection. So you see a lot of triangles on my arm just for protection, and waves on it just to push me in the right direction.
Now you told me there's a story behind those shark teeth. There was a situation. Can you tell the fans about that same story you told me?
Oh, my cousin, he went out diving one day for fish, and he ended up drowning, and we couldn't find his body. And the rescue team came in, and they spotted a shark. And so a lot of people were scared, so we couldn't really find his body. And his name is Corey Awohi, and we couldn't find him. When the shark left, we was able to find his body right when the shark left. And so a lot of the family members, that's when they spoke to me and told me, don't need to worry about the shark. The shark is making sure he's ready to go to heaven.
Okay.
So when he left, he said he was okay, and that's when we found his body.
So because of the shark that they spotted, they was able to find the body of your cousin.
Yes, sir.
So basically the shark was bringing attention to where the body was, and once the shark left, that means that your cousin was ready to go on. That's an amazing story, Jaymason. I'm glad that you was able to share that with the Bulldog faithful. We want to thank you for joining us on the Bulldog Chronicles today, and we wish you luck versus Prairie View A&M and throughout the 2013 season. Thank you.